Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm so happy that you made it here, and if you're not new, welcome back. So y'all see that title, y'all know what we about to talk about, the story time I'm about to give to y'all in this video. But before we do, make sure you guys hit that pillow look like somebody behind me. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, because if you're not a subscriber yet, what are you doing? Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell, because on this channel, I drop random videos. So if you hit that notification bell, you will be notified when I post a video. And at any time in this video, you guys are enjoying the content, the story time, enjoying me, make sure you guys thumbs up this video and like it. So before I give y'all the story time, there's just certain things I just have to let y'all know. For number one, I danced for 8 years, so I have 1,000,001 stories I could give to y'all. Number two, I was never the type of stripper that wanted to be the top best stripper in the worldwide. I never was like, oh, I want to be the top best. I want to work at the top best clubs, known that all the rappers, celebrities rap about, talk about. Like, that was never the type of dancer I was. I was I did it because I felt free. I felt the money was real easy, very easy to get the money, very easy. You could talk. I knew how to talk and get $100 in 5 minutes. So I just mainly did it because it was easy money, fast money, and I had the freedom to do whatever I want when I want to do it. Wake up when I want, go to sleep when I want, come in the club for 2 hours if I want. Like, that's why I did it. I never wanted to work no regular ass job, but I'm working one now. Okay, so never say never that you won't do something, because you never know what you'll do put in certain circumstances. Anyway, also, I was a very picky dancer. And this is very important of why I'm telling y'all that. Off rip, if your hygiene is not good, I don't want to dance with you. I'm not going to dance with you, because I cannot close my nose to even get that money up out of you. Like, you just smell bad. I can't do it. I was never the type of dancer to do anything for a piece of change. I was never the type of dancer, if I don't like you, like I give everybody a chance. I would dance with everybody if they want me to dance for them, as long as your hygiene was not terrible, you know what I mean? But I would give everybody a chance. But after that one chance of like dancing for them, if I didn't like your vibe, I didn't like your energy, I didn't like how you were treating me or talking to me, or maybe like, you know how sometimes people treat strippers bad or whatever. Like, if I felt any type of negativity or just was not liking you for some reason, I would never dance for you again. I would dance for you that one time and never dance for you again. So that's basically what happened in this situation, where I worked at a lot of clubs, y'all. So whenever I would work at a club, whenever I knew I was about to hop onto a new club, I never would tell people I'm about to go to a new club. I was never the type of dancer that enjoyed having clientele. Like, y'all know some strippers, they'll hit up everybody like, hey, I'm about to be at this club at this time, come see me. I was never that girl, because I never wanted to feel like I was in a relationship with all these guys, because that's kind of like what it is. When girls got clientele, it's kind of like they in relationships with these people. And it's kind of like, I never just wanted anybody to get comfortable with me, because it's a job. I'm coming here to do my job. I'm not here to get comfortable. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to find a husband. I'm not here to find a friend with benefits. Like, it was never that for me. So catch me if you can. That was me. The main reason was I just really don't like people getting comfortable with me. The minute you get too comfortable with me, I'm out. Like, cause I don't know what it is. Like, I'm like that in real life too. The minute somebody get comfortable with me, too comfortable, man-wise, I'm out. Cause when you get too comfortable, like, you just let go of treating me good and all of that. So that's basically what it was. But this guy, I danced for him at one club I used to work at. Then I ended up switching to a new club and never told nobody I was going to a new club. I don't personally think he was club hopping to find me. I think it was just a coincidence that one day I happened to be at my new club and he happened to walk in, and I worked day shift. So he happened to walk in, he seen me, he was trying to get my attention, and I kept ignoring him. And the thing is, I didn't remember why I never wanted to dance with him again. But when I seen his face and he looked very familiar, I just didn't want to dance with him. Like, I couldn't remember why, and I still don't remember why I didn't want to dance with him again. But I remember I danced for him once, and however it went, for some reason, I don't want to dance with him again. And I always go with how I feel. Like, I got to be comfortable in my home. Like, the strip club was my second home. So I got to be comfortable in my home. I'm never going to be uncomfortable dancing for somebody in my home. Like, this is my trap. This is my shit. I'm not about to be uncomfortable just to get some money. Like, no, I like to be comfortable, because when you're comfortable in the club, you're more relaxed. The conversation is more easy to flow. You're able to, when you're relaxed and you just feel good and you comfortable in your skin, you comfortable in your environment, you're able to make more money, because it's like, this is my home. I'm running this shit. So he just kept trying to get my attention the whole day shift, y'all. And I just was ignoring him. So if I would go to this side of the club, he would come to this side of the club. If I was on this side of the club, he would come to this side of the club. So whenever I had some downtime to talk to the girls in the club, or I was taking a break to eat, or whatever the case may be, where I was not entertaining somebody in the club, I would just make sure I would go to the back, or I would go sit near the drug dealers, like, you know, where I know you can't approach me. You don't even want to walk over here because you don't know nothing about what these guys about. So yeah, I did the day shift. He kept trying to get my attention the whole time. I ended up staying over for mid shift towards the nighttime, because I'm like, I wanted to make some more money. I got greedy. The money was flowing real good. And I'm like, I mean, I'm not tired. I still got energy. I'm feeling it. So I'm going to just stay in the club and work. And I thought he would have been left, because I done did a whole 8 hours. Why is you still in the club? But it be like that though, so I really can't say that. Like, men will real life come in the club at 12 o'clock p.m. and won't leave till 12 o'clock a.m. or 2 o'clock a.m. So it be like that. But this club wasn't like popping like that for him to just be in the club that long. So I started to get nervous, but then at the same time, I just left it alone, because I'm like, it's about to be nighttime, so it's about to be a whole new shift of guys coming in. It's about to be a whole new crowd, a larger crowd, so he ain't gonna be paying me attention like that. Plus, it's about to be a whole new shift of girls coming in, so he gonna find somebody he like and just mess with them and leave me alone. So y'all, I worked the whole night shift, and he still was following me. Like, he still was following me around this club. I didn't get security. I didn't get nothing like that, because in a way, I was like nervous, but I wasn't scared for my life. But I was nervous at the same time, because I'm like, this guy keep following me. I've been drinking. I'm ready to go home. You got to be careful with going home. You don't want nobody following you, which I'm definitely going to leave like tips towards the end of this video of how you should leave the club when you're a dancer. But I just started getting nervous, so I went to go put my clothes on. And I just sat in there and I just chilled, because I'm like, he gonna have to leave. Which that was the most dumbest thing I could have did, because if he see me with my regular clothes on, of course he gonna know I'm about to leave. But I didn't think about that when I was doing it. Like I said, I had been drinking. So I went to go put my clothes on and just went back into like the area where everybody was, just to chill, eat, and things like that. This man came up to me and was like, hey, I've been trying to get your attention. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. He's like, I'm just trying to have a little conversation with you. I got some money for you. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. So I get up and I go on the other side of the club. So he gets somewhere near me, but not too close, and he just starts to stare at me. So when he did that, I immediately hit up my friend, and I'm like, hey, what you doing? And she like, nothing, I'm chilling, this, that, and the third. I'm like, can you come up to the club? I got you some gas money. Like, just come to the club. I've been drinking. I'm a little nervous. I kind of want you to follow me home, or just kind of tailgate me, get me out the club safely, which I can ask the security guards, of course, to get me out the club. But once they get me out the club into my car and I drive off that parking lot, I'm on my own. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I felt more comfortable just hitting up my friend and just telling my friend, like, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna put gas in your car, just come with me, like, you know. So she comes, so I waited like 30, 45 minutes. The guy's still in the club, still staring at me. Then she comes, and then she's like, I'm outside. Because at that time, you gotta pay to get in when it get towards the night shift. And I didn't want her to pay to get in because I'm trying to leave. So I was like, okay, well, just get out the car and come towards the door. I'm finna walk out the club. And I already put her down, like telling her about this guy, how he been in here for all of these hours, just kind of following me around the club, staring at me, being weird. So she's like, okay, I'm at the door. Well, she wasn't literally at the door, but she was near the door. Like, she was in front of my car, standing in front of my car, and I had parked close to the door. So I'm walking out, and I'm walking towards her, and I get so happy because I'm like, yes, like, you know, I'm out of here. I got my money. I'm finna leave. So as I'm getting close to her, this guy starts to run up behind me, and she's like, Kylah, turn around. So I turn around, and it's the guy, and he grabs my shoulder. He's like, I've been trying to talk to you all night. And then I'm like, security, do y'all not see this and the third? So security come over there, and like, they didn't even have to ask me what was wrong. They could already tell I'm uncomfortable. This man like just running behind me, plus my friends yelling my name. So they went ahead and like dragged him away from me. So when they did that, my friend was like, come on. So I hopped in my car, she hopped in her car, and we like sped off the parking lot. But we didn't like go straight to my house. Like, we just went towards our side of town and met up at a grocery store, and we just chilled there for a minute, make sure like nobody followed us, this, that, and the third. But that was just like a very eye-opener situation for me. But at the same time, I was still very young. And when I went into the stripper game, I didn't have no OG. I didn't have nobody telling me the game, telling me the rules, telling me what to be cautious about. None of that. When I went in the game, I went in the game with girls my age, like my friends I went to school with. They put me on. They didn't know. You know what I mean? Nobody teaches you what to do and how to do things, especially when it comes to safety. Nobody teaches you. It's like you basically learn on your own, unless an older girl take you underneath her wing and she just kind of show you the ropes. Other than that, you're on your own. You got to figure it out on your own. And it's basically like common sense. It's common sense to be cautious and safe at the same time. Like, when you enter that world, your mind don't be put on safety. Your mind be worried about that money and getting home. That's what you be worried about. Well, that's what I was worried about, getting that money and going home. But the few tips I want to let you guys know about, like, as far as, really it's just a tip I want to let you guys know about if you are a dancer out there and you're young and you just starting out. Please, like, especially if you drive, for number one, don't drink and drive, because it's no telling how many drinks you done had and you get behind that wheel. And I did that plenty of nights, and I'm super blessed that I made it home every single time safe. But when it comes to like men in the club, even girls, you got to be cautious with girls as well, because you just never know who's jealous of you, who want to rob you. Nobody's your friend. Nobody's safe. Nobody is really gonna protect you like you protect yourself. So as far as when it comes to men like that in the club, I would say, if you feel up to it to continue to get your money, knowing that somebody in the club still trying to get your attention, they won't leave you alone, then get your money. Because at the end of the day, it's security in the club. Get cool with the securities, because as long as you get cool with the securities, they're going to protect you. Like, I used to tip my securities. That wasn't part of what you had to do. Like, the basics is tipping the house mom, tipping the DJ, paying your tip out fee or whatever. But I personally used to tip the securities, because I wanted them to know, like, I appreciate you. So I would tip them, and they would always make sure, like, you know, I get in my car safe, or they'll go pull my car up for me, you know. And plus, they're watching my car while I'm inside the club. So just get real cool with your securities. Don't cross that line of being cool with anybody in the club, as far as men, like managers, security, cooks, any of that. Don't cross that line of being friends. Just be strictly friends, because once you cross that line, that's when shit get weird. And you never know when y'all at odds. Say you start dating the security, and then y'all become enemies, like y'all done had a disagreement, y'all fall out. You don't know if he gonna protect you like that. You just never know. So don't cross that line. But also, as far as men like that will kind of stalk you in the club, when you're leaving, don't ever go straight home. Don't do that. Take another route. Watch your mirrors. Watch, if you turn left, who's turning left with you? If you turn right, who's turning right with you? Like, don't ever go straight home. Go somewhere else. Like, go to a parking lot, or just go somewhere where you feel safe. Don't go to your friend's house. Don't bring nobody to your friend's house. Don't be getting extra people involved. Don't go to family members' house. You got to be a big girl, because you're making big girl choices by even entering that type of field. But just go somewhere where you feel safe, and just make sure nobody following you. That's the main thing, because you don't want nobody following you to your house, knowing where you lay your head. You got money in the car, all of that. Like, don't do that. Don't ever go straight home first. Go somewhere else. Meet up with somebody. Do something where you just feel safe, and watch your mirrors. Watch who's turning left, who's going right, who's following. Like, watch all of that. You got to. Pay attention to your surroundings, for real. Especially in the club, pay attention to your surroundings. Because the fact that I even kept realizing the man was following me when I would go to this side of the club, to this side of the club, like, that was just an eye-opener for me. And it just made me more safe and cautious. And it also made me be very more direct. Like, you got to be really, really direct with men in the club. You can't be playing games like how I was playing games. Like, I'll just go to this side and go to that side. No. When you see somebody trying to get your attention, politely, don't be nasty about it, because people don't like nasty attitudes. You never know how somebody gonna retaliate with you having a nasty attitude, especially when drinks involved. It's a man, this, that, and the third. But just politely, but very gangsterly, be like, listen, I just don't want to dance with you. And just leave it there. Like, I don't want to dance with you. I don't want your money. Thank you. And move on. Like, that's all they need. No big explanation, none of that. Just let them know. Like, be very direct, so that way they don't keep bothering you. They don't start chasing you around the club, because some men be thinking you playing hard to get. Some men thinking you like to be chased, and that's just not the case. Like, you just don't even want to be bothered. So it's very important to just go ahead and let them know straight up, like, I'm good, thank you, and move on about your business. Now, if they start asking you questions like why not, if you decide if you want to entertain that or not. Me personally, I'm not entertaining that, because I already told you I don't want to dance with you. I don't want your money. And that's all the explanation you need right there. And that's just that. So that was my little stalker of the club. I've never had a stalker that would stalk me every day. I never had that. I mean, I did have people, like, because I used to club hop so much, I used to have people be like, you wasn't gonna tell me you here? I've been looking for you, this, that, and the third. And I used to be like, you gotta catch me when you can. Even if they would spend the best of money, I still would not text them and be like, hey, I'm gonna be here today. I just wouldn't do it. I just never wanted nobody to get too close to me, and I never wanted nobody to get too comfortable with me, because I never wanted to cross the lines of, you're just giving me money and I'm just here to entertain you. This is a fantasy. It's a dream. That's it. That's all. But if you guys want any more story times, any questions y'all want me to answer, don't be afraid to drop it in the comments down below. I am an open book. I have so many stories I could tell y'all. I have so many tips I could tell y'all, so many tricks I could tell y'all. I have so much game I could put y'all onto that nobody gave me, that I had to learn on my own. Some things I had to learn the hard way. Some things it was just obvious and clear. And some things people did just recognize I was a genuine person. I literally just, my face card was good in every club, because I always kept it very professional. And girls would even recognize like how I would move in the club, and they would also put me onto game as I started to grow up in the club. Like, as I started to learn things on my own, I started moving a certain way, and people started to like that and love that. So they would just randomly come up to me, start talking to me, and just putting me on the shit that I never even knew about. So it's all about like how you carry yourself at the end of the day, especially in the club. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to thumbs it up and like it. Also hit that subscribe button. Don't be scared to get in them comments. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.